Hello guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to this session and welcome to the India's most comprehensive preparation platform, that is the BYJU'S Exam Prep. And today me, along with your favorite Phanindra sir, we both are live for all the EC, electrical, instrumentation, aspirants and champions of GATE examination. Because many times students just keep believing that they have to work hard. Yes, you have to work hard and you have to work smart, right? Hard work, yes, is required, but only hard work will it give the result? Not possible. So you have to mix a little bit of smartness, smart strategies, what topics are more important. So, we keep on just downloading the syllabus, but we really don't know what is the depth of the syllabus, what topics are more important, where you should practice more. So in this session, for all ECEE students and around 6 to 7 subjects are common for ECEE. That is why we are targeting the branches together, right? So we'll be covering up the common subjects like control network and even the core subjects of EC as well as IN as well as electrical. So all of the students stay tuned till the end of the sessions. You are going to get very useful information in this particular session. Phanindra sir, over to you.
Thank you, Rakesh sir. It's been a wonderful evening. I hope I am seeing around 40 students on the comment box. 41, 42. It's good. It's good that more people are getting joined to understand the strategy. First of all, I would like to explain to all the students one common point. Even though the title is mentioned that EC electrical IN, whatever the strategy we are going to explain in detail, that will be useful for any branch student. So only the syllabus part may be common to EC and electrical IN, because many of you might be thinking about how to secure AIR 100, but most of you might not know exactly what you have to do to get AIR 100, right? So we are here to give a complete detailed plan. And don't ask me a question, I am from this background, I am from this background, I am from this background. So if you understand the basic strategy, it will naturally cover all varieties of the students. So I sincerely suggest stay to us and tune to us and wait till the end with the patience. I'm sure you will going to get a fantastic strategy from here. Continue, sir.
And like Pramit is already asking how to get good marks in test series. So don't worry. Yes, as sir told, it's not only about subjects. Yes, we will cover up the important subjects and important topics. But other than that, regarding your test series, your revision, whatever general queries you have, we are going to answer it. So I just have one request. Hold all of your doubts, right? Maybe some of your doubts we get automatically answered. But if there is anything left, at the end, we are also going to take the question and answer. All your queries will be rectified. Very good evening all, and it's around 46 guys. Let's shoot the numbers very quickly. So share the session to all your friends, your colleagues, whoever is preparing for gate 23, gate 24. Let many of the students get benefited from this particular session. Just to begin off, guys, in case somebody new to my session, this is a brief and a small introduction about myself. This is your mentor Rakesh. I have secured all India rank 9th in the gate examination, completed my master's from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and training students for more than 12 years. My major area of expertise will be control system, digital electronics, signal and system, electromagnetic theory, and in the general area, I'll also deal with the maths and aptitude. Over to you, Phanindra sir.
Well, again, the same thing. Those who are very new to me, let me put some few points about myself. As you all can see on the slide, I all put together, I have 11 plus years of teaching experience, and I have done my post-graduation from NIT Trichy and topped GATE more than 11 times. So unlike Rakesh sir, I haven't secured the 9th rank, but I have topped the GATE exam more than 9 times. And I taught more than 50,000 students all across the country. In fact, all areas of the country in various coaching centers, and the subjects of expertise, it starts from the control system, measurements, and industrial instrumentation, optical instrumentation. As you all people might be knowing that many subjects are common to ECE students as well as electrical students and instrumentation students. I'm familiar and good at all the subjects of common.
Right. Yes. So yeah, great introduction by Phanindra sir. So guys, quick updates for you. If you want to enroll into the BYJU'S Exam Prep GATE preparation programs, and in case you need financial assistance, it's the time to prove yourself. Yes, this Sunday, that is 26th of June at 11 a.m. exactly, right? You have to appear in a scholarship test where you are eligible to get even up to 90% scholarship. Yes. So just open the BYJU'S Exam Prep app and get all the details regarding to the scholarship test that is going to be held on the Sunday, right? One more announcement. As last Sunday I started, I told you Sunday you all need refreshment. So why not get the refreshment in the form of preparation? Because aptitude is always a refreshment for engineering student, I believe. So last Sunday I started this initiative, right? So, people appreciated it. So I'll continue every Sunday. So this Sunday, guys, time will be 1 p.m. I told you time will be little variable for Sunday, right? So this Sunday, the topic and timing is now live in front of you. Right, because last time I did not tell you the time. So this Sunday it's going to be 1 p.m. and the tricks will be from percentage and the related topics of percentages, right? Also, one of the very important subject and scoring area, network theory. So Sanjay Rathi sir, the IAS officer, is going to bring you the special session based on IIT Kanpur analysis, because GATE 23 is being conducted by IIT Kanpur. So what are the previous year questions, right? 1989, 95, 2001, 2007, 2015, covering all the years. What are the previous year questions of network theory in one single session? And this is going to happen on the Saturday. This is going to happen on the Saturday at 11 a.m. Join Sanjay sir live on the same channel where you're watching this session. So do not forget to subscribe the channel so that you get all these sessions without any miss, be it technical sessions, be it informative sessions like these, or be it aptitude sessions, right? So guys, we are here to discuss about the strategy, right? That will include, of course, the topics, and that will include every area like how to practice test series, how to do the revision, what is the role of practice, from where to practice, what is the role of previous year questions. Many of your doubts will be answered, right? So what should be the strategy to secure rank under 100, a double digit rank, which requires a lot of hard work, smart work, a lot of sweating, a lot of consistency, a lot of dedication. But at the very beginning, let me tell you, whatever strategy me or Phanindra sir we are going to share, right? None of the strategy will be useful unless and until you have one thing within you, and that is the self-belief, right? If you trust yourself, the biggest thing is that you can offer yourself is trusting yourself, right? Do you trust yourself that you can crack an examination like GATE? When me or Phanindra sir, when any other topper started the preparation of GATE, we were also very blank. What is going to happen? We don't know. We don't have even a single % idea. Even we could fail. But we had the belief that nahi, aisa nahi hoga. We are going to get something better for us, right? With that self-belief, right? Phanindra sir, we all start our preparation, right? And that self-belief is the motivation, is the booster. I am an engineering student. I have done something past in my life. I've entered into engineering. Matlab kuch na kuch to pada hoga. There is something good in my past. Why not take one more step ahead, right? I wanted to go into IIT earlier during the BTech time, but unfortunately I could not get. GATE is the second opportunity, right? It can get into PSUs, it can get you into IITs, it can, make your career outshining. So first of all, believe yourself that yes, you can do it, right? Because if you don't trust yourself, I again repeat, none of the strategy is going to work out for you, whatever me or Phanindra sir speaks about this, right, Phanindra sir?
Yes, absolutely right. And I would like to add this point also. Most of the times what happens is, at the starting of the preparation, no one knows what is going to happen. And we cannot predict your result. The only thing what you have to do is, throughout your journey, you have to keep on enjoy learning. As sir mentioned clearly that Sunday fun day. But in my case, I should feel, in fact, everybody should feel that every day is fun day. Every day you should enjoy learning, and every day you should make fun. And mostly one of the student here, Bharat, I think Bharat was asking like a question, sir, is this preparation is useful to get a single digit rank in GATE exam? See, again, I'm saying this point. The strategy is important. Whether you will get a rank below 10 or you may get a rank all India 1 also. That is completely possible. So never try to aim that I want to get 1, I want to get 10, I want to get 100. You always try to enjoy learning. And I'm very sure if you follow right path and right approach and right guidance, I'm sure that definitely you will going to get even A or 1 also. It's not unimaginary thing, or it's not like simply something which is not possible to achieve, right? Most of the students, I think even Rakesh sir also, when he was starting his preparation, I'm very sure that he was not sure to get all India rank 9. Absolutely not. Even I was not sure about that. So we have to enjoy. Let's start together and enjoy the journey and make every day as a fun day. And I'm very sure if you are with us, we will make every day joyful, and that will naturally take you to the correct destination.
Correct, correct. So, Bharat, see, single digit rank or rank under 10 is a subset of rank under 100, right?
Yes.
So, we are giving you a strategy that you secure your future, the top level. Under 100 means you can get IITs of your choice, you can get PSUs of your choice. Now, however, it depends on you. More the number of tests you solve, more the practice you do, definitely your chances of going into top rank like top 50, top 20, top 10, AIR 1 increases up, right? So definitely this strategy, can even make you all India rank 1 provided you follow the required necessary steps. So let's get started, guys, actually with some of the discussion. As we all know, the number one, the primarily most important thing for the GATE examination is the concepts and concepts. Of course, practice is the second step, right? But GATE is not an exam where you can skip the concepts, where you can mug up the formula and solve some questions. That is not going to help you. It's not a university level paper. Who prepares the IIT, who prepares the examination? Always remember, it's the top seven IITs and IISc. Questions are not repeated. Maybe 1% chance of repetition. Every time new conceptual questions, new type of numerical questions are framed. And who can handle all the new type of question? A student who is strong in the concepts, right? Now, what all you have to study under the concept? Number one thing is you must know the syllabus, right? And syllabus you can easily find. You can just Google up IIT Kanpur or IIT Kharagpur previous year paper. You can, previous year syllabus you can see. We don't expect any much syllabus change this year because only in GATE 21 the syllabus was changed. So hardly there can be any syllabus change. So official syllabus you can download, you can take a printout from everywhere. That everyone knows. But what are some of the things which are very much important, right? What are some of the important topics? Let me tell you, as per my observation, right? As per my observation, there are around 65% of the topics, 65% of the syllabus, which will compromise 65% of the syllabus, which will compromise around 90% of the questions. If I take an overview of the previous 8 to 10 years of GATE examination, around 65 to 70% you can say of the syllabus will compromise around 90% of the questions. That means there will be around 30% of the syllabus topics which will compromise around 10% of the questions. To be a topper, you have to grab the 10% also. We don't say not to grab, but as an intelligent student, what you should do, your practice area should be more here, right? So this 90% question definitely tells that you have to practice and practice more questions, and remaining topics once go through and one revision cycle I think will be sufficient. So there are always some topics which are really important where your practice has to be more. What are those really important topics? Right. We are going to talk about this even in the common subjects and even in the core subjects. So let's get started subject by subject. The number one thing, let's talk about the digital electronics. Now, what are the important topics in the digital electronics that you should cover up, which are more and more important? Number one is the K-maps and the essential prime implicant problems. Essential prime implicant problem is very common in the GATE examination these days. And it is, the tricks of solving EPIs is related to the K-maps. And that is why I mentioned K-maps. And one more reason why I mentioned K-maps, number one, direct question. And K-maps is useful throughout the design of circuits, okay? So that is useful. So you must definitely cover it up. Coming to the combinational circuit part, there are two things mostly which are important. Questions will be either adders or mux. There are some more combinational parts, but this is what is important. We are talking about important. So multiplexer or adder, right? Especially some good questions. Mux is usually scoring. Adder looks simple, but there can be some good question. If you look into the history of the GATE examination also, there will be some good questions that you can definitely expect from the adder, especially the ripple adder, the propagation delay associated with the ripple carry adder. So do not forget to miss such types of questions, right? Undoubtedly. Now, there comes two of the parts where one question is commonly expected: the counters, state diagram, and FSM. One question is compulsory and most likely counter, either synchronous counter or ripple counter. Everybody knows, if you have seen the GATE paper, counter is one such area where they keep asking questions, sometimes based on state diagrams, and FSMs also you can expect. The Mealy machine, Moore machine, and D2A converter, digital. See, there is A to D converter, also D2A converter. But what is more important according to the frequency of the questions in previous year, according to the IIT mindset, is the D2A converters you should focus more. So this is what, according to my experience, the more and more important topics of the digital electronics. Similarly, let's go to the signal and systems. If we go to the signal and systems, the number one topic that I place is classification of system, because knowing what is linear system, what are time invariant system, what are invertible system, what are causal systems, what are stable systems is all important throughout the course for the questions and for the understanding of the course. So classification of systems is the first important topic, and then convolution, right? Convolution of both the types, be it discrete time systems or be it the continuous time systems, right? Okay, and in the discrete time, you can even include the circular convolution based questions, right? Mod of n counter topic. Yeah, that's what, Arumugan. When you study counters, the mod number and everything will be included. Thank you, Shivaji Tendulkar, for your appreciation. How to cover computer organization. And okay, Deepa Ahuja, we know that many students, because there's a newly added topic, COA, within the digital circuits of GATE. So we will very soon plan some sessions separately for it. Don't worry. See, because if we think about COA, it's a subject. Entirely, it's a university subject, but GATE, it is just one topic in the digital electronics. So maximum one question you can expect from the COA. So for one question, a student should not study that much. So how much to study for COA and what to study? One entire session, maybe in the marathon form, we will bring you sometimes on the same channel. So just stay updated to us, right? And then, of course, the Fourier series and Fourier transform part, undoubtedly one of the most expected, and especially the CTFT part, very, very important for EE students. Lots of questions they're asking for EE. Right. And for EC question point of view, EC and IN, but CTFT for EC and IN is even important looking into communication. You have to go into the communication where the entire Fourier transform analysis is useful. Z transform, the most important topic of signal system, whatever your branch may be, it is IN or EC or EE, Z transform definitely, 90% chance that questions are coming up from this, and good twisted questions they can frame from the Z transform. And DFT is important exclusively. See, it's important for all, but exclusively for EC, DFT is assured question, right? Assured, almost I can say 9 out of 10 years, there is a question of DFT, right? If 1 year it is not there, and bad luck if that is your year, so nobody can help, but 9 out of 10 years, you can expect a question of DFT, 2-mark question directly, especially for the electronic students, okay? So it's never a miss, and Z transform is most important for all the branches. So highly focused topic, right? And don't worry, very soon I'm planning some Z transform sessions for you also, right? Sometime back I took convolution. Next I'm planning some Z transform sessions for you also. Don't worry. So whatever are the most important topics, we are going to help the students across that, because just today only me, Phanindra sir, and all other faculties of EC and EE, we were discussing to bring up something new for you on the YouTube, right? Right. So this is the monsoon time. So let's bring some, monsoon bonanza for you. Okay. So that you prepare even to the next level for GATE 23. So what is that? That also we will tell you sometime later. But very soon we are going to bring up some extra classes for you, some additional classes for you. Talking about EMT, and first I'm focusing only on the EE and IN part. Right, because the syllabus of EMT for EC students is lot of depth. I will talk about that separately. The important topics are totally separate there. But let's talk about EE and instrumentation. Their syllabus is nearly common. Gauss law is one of the Maxwell's equation also. One question is expected out of this, right? Electric potential, right? Either electric field given, find the potential, or potential given, find the electric field. And there are miscellaneous range of questions that you can expect. See, Shiva Rama, I'll suggest you keep putting the efforts, but just don't blindly put the efforts. You have felt that you have tried for 3 years and still not qualified. So there is something that is not clicking for you. So rather than just trying the same strategy, I'll suggest you look into what is not going right for you. What are the subjects not going right for you, right? Or maybe you're not doing enough practice. What is not going right? You have to do the analysis, right? If you're not able to do analysis, you can connect with us personally, maybe on the Telegram with me or Phanindra sir. There we can guide you more. But just putting the efforts, I appreciate you're putting the efforts. But since you have some past experience, take the learnings from the past experience. Then only take the next step ahead, right? Capacitance is very important, topic, especially for EE. In EC and EE and IN also, capacitance questions are very common for electrical branch. Right. Coming to the magnetostatic part, Biot-Savart law or Ampere circuit law. Any one question from any of the two topics, we can expect from here. So these are the more important topics of EMT. See, EMT may be little low weightage for IN and EE branch, but let me also tell you the syllabus is also very low. When you compare with the electronic syllabus, it has majorly two things: the electric field theory and the magnetic field theory, right? So even though it may be carrying 4 to 6 marks, somewhere around 4 to 6 marks, but the weightage, the syllabus is also less. So you can go for it. Don't neglect the subject because of the weightage. Also look into the how much time you have to give. So relatively less time, EE and IN students can cover it up. Right. Now, after some time, I will again come back to EMT for electronics if you're electronic students. Trying time for Phanindra sir to talk about circuit theory, also known as network analysis, one of the very scoring and very important subject for all of you guys. Phanindra sir, over to you talking about circuit theory.
Thank you, sir. So I think we can engage the session next 5 to 10 minutes, maybe more than 10 minutes. I will going to handle the session. So it will be of more of interactive side. So the first thing, Sivarama is asking a question like, I have not qualified from last 3 consecutive years. So again, can I put the more efforts? So it is not like more efforts or less efforts. You must understand where exactly you are committing the mistakes. So my sincere suggestion to you is please go and write any of the previous year examination and try to identify which concepts you are not good at and what are going wrong with you, and fill only that voids. No need to take the entire syllabus and again prepare the whole syllabus again and again, because if you do the same thing 10 times, it doesn't mean that it will going to really work. If you at least do one right thing at least one time, that is going to give the success to you. Okay. And one more student is asking the question that will I going to handle the measurements? Yes, definitely I will going to handle the measurement subject, because measurement also falls in the category of core instrumentation. So I will handle measurement as well as instrumentation, and definitely I will going to handle control system if Rakesh sir leave that subject to me. Okay. And coming to the next point, Pani sir, are you going to take? Yes, yes. I think most of the students are asking for this measurements as well as control system. I'm sure we'll go ahead with that. So as students are demanding, but let us engage to the today's topic and let us focus only on the strategy part, because many students are waiting for the strategy. Now, as all of you can see, the title is clearly mentioned that circuit theory. And as sir said, like it is also called as a network analysis. So first of all, I would like to mention this point that this subject is a basic subject for all circuit branches. ECE students, electrical students, and even instrumentation students, all of you put together, you will be called. In fact, you are called as a circuit branch students. So if you are not good at the circuit theory, it inherently means that you are not good at engineering itself. So instead of putting the points like which are very important in circuit theory, I would suggest everyone of you to go through the basics of circuit theory in detailed manner, because the basics in circuit theory, more or less, it will be useful in all the subjects. You cannot understand the concepts of analog electronics if you don't know circuit theory. And there are some concepts you can understand even in the control system, and only if you are good at the circuit theory. Anyway, I have to put some points which are very, very important in the circuit theory subject. Let me start with the first important topic, that is basic techniques. So most of the time we will be seeing some questions like they will give a circuit and they will ask what is the current flowing through a particular resistor, or what is the voltage across a particular element, or what is the power taken by a particular element or power dissipated by a particular element. So all these kind of questions you can answer if you are good with the basic techniques like nodal analysis as well as mesh analysis. And more importantly, you must know the concept of source transformation, because there are very, very big questions which you can solve very easily with the help of source transformation. And star to delta is also one of the famous topic. And I have seen a lot of questions in previous year examination, particularly from star to delta. So the second important topic, I would say this is a very, very important topic in the entire circuit theory. That is theorems. First, it starts with the superposition theorem and Thevenin theorem, and more importantly, maximum power transfer theorem. If you see the syllabus of GATE examination, or if you go through any of the textbook, you will really find so many topics in the theorems, and so many variety theorems are there. But I would suggest, with my past experience, that superposition theorem is very, very important, valuable also, because you will use that superposition theorem in multiple subjects. And coming to the Thevenin theorem, we have 3 different cases. In fact, even if you don't know any of the case, if you are having a minimum common sense and the basic logic behind the Thevenin theorem, if you understand it, you can easily solve the Thevenin theorem questions also. And putting to the right point, the maximum power transfer theorem is also very, very important. And when I go to the deep level of circuit theory, the transients is considered as a very, very, very important topic, because you cannot expect a GATE question. Either it might be a ECE students or electrical students, or it might be instrumentation student. I must say one point that without having the question on the transients and theorem, probably we cannot expect the GATE exam, in fact, GATE paper itself, because I have almost written more than 11 times. And when it comes to transients, many students feel that the transients is the very difficult topic, but I would like to say transients is the very easy topic if you have a minimum common sense, and you will really love when we explain through the examples. And coming to the next one, yes, sinusoidal steady state analysis, especially like what happens if a circuit is excited by a AC source. And what really matters is when we apply the AC source, then also we're going to get transients. Along with that, we'll also get steady state. And it is one of the beautiful topic. Of course, it might be a little bit difficult. Other than electrical students, they may feel a little bit difficult. But as I said, this is one of the interesting topic. And if you go through from the basics, I'm sure it will be one of the enjoyable topic. And more importantly, resonance. As I said, theorems as well as the transients, even the resonance concept is also so important. You will not be asked the question directly, what exactly the meaning of resonance. You have to apply the concept of resonance in the question and get the answer. So this is how the GATE questions will be designed. So GATE is all about not like how many things you know, how well you know how to apply the things in the real-time questions. Okay, so that is all about circuit theory. Now moving ahead to the next one, control systems. So my favorite subject, even the students who are learning from me, once you complete the entire GATE course, I'm sure that you will also feel so comfortable with the control system. And I'm very sure that you will become fan of control systems. Okay, so the very first topic is a time response analysis. Of course, as Rakesh sir said earlier, we cannot figure it out exactly what is so important. And it is also not mean that if I say 4 important topics, only you will get a question from that topic. It is not like that. You have to go through the basics of each and every subject, and then you can see these topics as the most probable topics. So the time response analysis, especially like they will give a system and they will ask that if I apply the step input, what kind of response you will going to get, or else they may give the response and they will ask the question like, what is the percentage of peak overshoot, or what is the settling time? All these things falls under the title of time domain specifications. And I'm sure that most of the students who completed the graduation, you all people might gone through these things, right? Maximum power, peak overshoot, as well as settling time, rise time, what is the meaning of natural frequency, zeta, all these things are very important. And follow to that very important point is the steady state error. And as I said, again and again, without having the steady state error question, we cannot expect the GATE paper. And more or less, it will be asked here and there in a variety way. And then coming to the next one, that is stability analysis. In stability analysis, particularly, you require to go through the RH criteria, that is Roth-Harwich criteria, conditional stability, and most of the times they will ask a question that what will be the value of controller range or controller gain range, or what is the range of the controller gain for which the closed loop system is stable. This kind of questions are so famous in the exam. That's why you should go through the concepts of Roth-Harwich criteria. Followed to that, you need to go through about gain margin and phase margin, which is considered as one of the very, very, very sensitive area for the GATE examination, especially in control systems. And third, which is root locus. I'm very sure that most of you are very clear about this term root locus. Of course, some of you might not be knowing about the topic, but root locus is also considered as a very, very important topic. And most of the times it will be asked for 1 or 2 marks at least. And coming to the next one, frequency response analysis, especially like Bode plot, Nyquist plot, you may not be asked to draw the Bode plot, but they will give a transfer function and they will ask that which is the following is the correct Bode plot for that. And we have a clear plan to discuss about the Bode plot. We will start from the basics. We'll also discuss about how to draw the Bode plot. At the end, we will give the shortcuts. In fact, we will going to explain you in easy way how to get the Bode plot for a transfer function, or how we can design the transfer function from the Bode plot. So all these things we're going to discuss. Of course, they are very, very important. And state space analysis. This is a point I would like to mention here. As I said again and again, you will be having at least 1 to 2 marks from the state space analysis also. Because the students who are able to answer the questions in state space analysis, inherently it means that they are good with the all remaining topics. This is the reason why IIT is always very much interested to plug the question from the state space analysis. That's why even if you refer the previous year questions, you will find many questions from the state space analysis. So that's all about control system. And moving ahead to the next one, analog circuits. And I'm very sure that most of the students are not so comfortable with the analog circuit. The reason is many of you will not start from the basics. That is a problem. And most of you feel that, oh my God, in analog electronics, we have lot many formulas and lot many models and lot many methods how to remember all these things. The best way is don't try to remember anything. My sincere suggestion is never try to remember anything. Rather than practice more and more, naturally you will be able to remember that. And you need not to memorize your name, right? So every day you are using your name multiple times. So if you practice well, naturally it goes to your subconscious mind and you will be remembering. And don't try to keep so many methods in your mind and so many formulas in your mind. It is always better to have a basic concepts and try to explore and expand the basic concepts into multiple levels. So coming to the topic, analog circuits, as I said, sir, can you explain these topics in other live sessions? Yeah. Surely we will going to take as sir suggested. In fact, sir have explained this mansion section, right? So we'll go ahead with this. Some of these topics, of course, definitely it's not possible to cover the entire GATE syllabus in the YouTube session, right? But we will take important topics and we'll go for the live sessions. And as I said, diode circuits and applications. Diode, as a name, looks like very simple. But when it comes to the real-time operation, even then it is simple. And you require to know about the diode and all different types of diode. Along with that, you also require to know about the applications of the diodes, like, rectifier and how rectifier functions and all these things. And then naturally, transistor and FET analysis. When it comes to transistor and FET, you require to know biasing as well as the DC analysis. And more importantly, small signal model, because when we apply AC signal, like how the gain is changing and all these things. And I would like to mention this point. Everyone, please listen this. Many students, they feel that transistor and FET are the very, very difficult topics. But trust me, if you follow 10 different methods, then it is very difficult, I'm sure. But if you understand the basic logic behind that and use little bit common sense, then all these topics are so easy. In fact, I can say analog electronics is also very, very easy subject. And coming to one of my favorite topic, that is operational amplifier. Operational amplifier, every GATE aspirant, they feel that it is very easy. Of course, it is really easy only. So that's why, as everybody is studying this topic, you should not miss this topic. And even the questions on operational amplifier are also seems to be very easy. Only the waveform generators questions may be a little bit tricky, and the students might not answer or might not able to answer waveform generators. Again, I am saying that analog circuits is an easy subject if you are good with the basics and common sense. Yes, that's all about analog electronics. So now Rakesh sir can take the session. I think he will hand over after 10 to 15 minutes to me. Continue.
Yes, probably 10 minutes, because I'll cover up the core subjects of electronics and then also covering up the core subjects of electrical. And then after that, some core subjects of electrical and instrumentation will again, be handled by Phanindra sir. And after handling all the subjects, as we told, we are going to talk about the strategy also. Okay, we'll guide you about the strategy, what you are going to do after that. And thank you for all your good response, guys. So EMT, as I've already told you earlier, EMT for EE and IN, important topics I told. Now this is exclusively for EC, right? Where one question, right, every 2 out of 3 years, they are asking a question from Maxwell equation. Now within the Maxwell equation, it's actually ultimately going to the EE and IN syllabus. Means you can expect a question out of the Gauss law or Ampere circuital law, or the question based on electric field and potential relation, and etc. So eventually, Maxwell equation question will comprise of the knowledge of electric fields and magnetic fields. Reflection, see, wave theory itself is huge. Okay, there are several parameters, but the reflection and refraction of waves, especially the oblique one, especially when the wave is incident at any random oblique incidence. Normal incidence case is easy, but good questions the IIT is making from the oblique incidence case. The Brewster's angle, very, very, very important. The Brewster's angle concept, right? Transmission lines as a chapter is important, but what are the more important things from transmission line is the impedance transformation, or calculating the impedance of the transmission line for any given length, calculating the input impedance, and going for the impedance matching technique like single step matching or quarter wave transformer. All these things are very important, right? Right, and within the impedance matching, you can call it as the Smith chart also, you can sometimes expect, but not every year. Maybe 1 out of 3 years, Smith chart questions also they are discussing. Waveguides on a whole is important. Now, let me tell you that rectangular waveguide questions have been very frequent. But one more thing, from GATE 21, there was a new syllabus of circular waveguide. IIT introduced, IIT Bombay introduced circular waveguide, but GATE 21, there is no question of circular waveguide. GATE 22 also, there is no question of circular waveguide. So I think GATE 23, there may be good amount of chance since it is a new syllabus, but not yet touched. So maybe circular waveguide can be expected, but still rectangular waveguide, right, is always a favorite choice of IIT. So prepare both. So we have to prepare the waveguides, rectangular waveguides, circular waveguides, and within that automatically you will cover the parallel plate guide also and antennas. Now to a surprise, let me tell you, maybe if you look into past 8-9 years, to a surprise, GATE 22, there is no antenna question. This is a big surprise of GATE 22. There is no antenna question. Probably this has happened once in the last 8-9 years. Every year confirmed antenna question is coming. So to a surprise, maybe they try to take a change, but GATE 23, again, I believe, there can be definitely a question expected from antenna. It could be from dipole or monopole antenna concept, or it could be from antenna characteristics like directivity, directive gain, radiation efficiency, and all those things, or it could be even from antenna array. Right, entire antenna, each and every topic, I don't mention any subtopic, each and every topic is very, very important. And one more thing, antenna is one such topic. Okay, GATE, I'm telling one question is expected, definitely 99% chance, right? But even when you go to the other PSU exams, or when you go to the exams of ISRO and BARC, only from the topic of antenna, forget the rest of the EMT, only from the topic of antenna, especially in the ISRO and BARC examinations, 2-3 questions only from antenna they are asking. So that is why you have to focus, quite good on this particular topic. When we go to communication, right, the first important topic from the analog communication, that is, there is the FM and PM. Right, the FM and the PM part, random variable, which you little bit study in the maths also, but here you have to correlate with the random process, you have to relate with the communication systems, is very important. PCM and M array PSK, right, and probability of error and channel capacity, right. So usually I don't deal with the communication, but for the information of EC, sorry, and not to be missed, I think how I missed, I don't know. This is also in instrumentation. This is also for instrumentation. So, all these important topics I have taken input from Chandan sir, who is usually dealing with the communication, and then I have summarized the topic discussing with the Chandan sir. So guys, many of the subjects me and Phanindra sir are taking. Whatever subject we are not taking, the topics we haven't written any randomly. Of course, our experience is there, but we have still discussed today with the expert faculty of that particular subject, like I discussed with Chandan sir regarding communication. And then we have come up with the final topic. So you can just have a note of these topics for communication. Coming to the EDC part, again for the discussing EDC, I had to take some input from Sanjay Rathi sir. He is the expert of EDC in our team. And what is the conclusion I got discussing from Sanjay Rathi sir is semiconductor physics is very basic and very important. One question probably they are asking from the semiconductor physics itself, right? Diode, clipper clamper, diode is important. EDC point of view, diode is important, as sir told in the analog also, very important, diode circuits, right? And BJT DC analysis, moderately important. But one topic that comes very important in the EDC is the MOSFET, and especially the questions based on MOS capacitance. Very frequently asked and very important topic they are touching right now from the MOSFET also is the MOS capacitance, guys. So prepare this topic also, very good manner, the MOS capacitance especially. Okay. Now coming to the electrical machines part. Now when it comes to the electrical core subjects, I had a discussion today, detailed discussion with Ashutosh Saxena sir, our electrical expert, and there I have come to the conclusions that of course electrical machines will have 4 parts, right? The transformer, the DC machines, the induction machines, and the synchronous machines. But what is important out of those 4 parts, from the transformer, focus on more on efficiency and losses. Auto transformer is very, very important, and then 3-phase transformer connection. This is what are the important topics of transformer. Then from the DC motor side, you have to focus, the most important topic is DC speed control of the DC motor. Synchronous machines, especially the V curves, are important there. And when it comes to induction machine, the starting of the induction motors comprises an important topic of the induction machines. Power systems, again, as discussed by Ashutosh sir. Fault analysis and power system stability, very, very important. Especially the power system stability topic is extremely important for all electrical students, and economic load dispatch, which is relatively a new topic, but yeah, you can expect the questions as it has been in the previous years also. Power electronics, again, as discussed with Ashutosh sir, DC-DC converter, 3-phase voltage source inverter, effect of source inductance. So, I'm just briefing out these topics because to be very honest, I'm also not much expert in power electronics, but students must know, and this is well researched and discussed topics with Ashutosh sir. That's what I'm presenting to you. So you can have a note of this. And then one more topic of electrical core, again, common with the instrumentation, is the measurement. And again, Phanindra sir will take over, talk about this. And after that, we'll talk about some more strategic points. Again, over to you, Phanindra sir.
Thank you very much. So, well, guys, actually, when it comes to measurements topic, as it was titled as, common for electrical as well as instrumentation students, I would like to tell this point. Many of the students, electrical as well as instrumentation students, they don't give too much importance to the measurements. They feel that this is a very small subject. We can study this subject at the end. And when the exam is very near to there, even then they will feel the same thing. And finally, they won't study the measurement subject. I would like to say this is a very small subject, and even the weightage of the measurements is also very less. It is somewhere around 4 to 5 marks, but you can score so easily in this subject. And I must say, in the entire GATE syllabus, after digital electronics, measurements is considered as the easiest subject, because it all deals with only numbers and errors. If you have taken the proper resource and proper material and proper classes, I should say this is the easiest topic I can say, because I have been dealing this subject almost from last 1 decade. So when it comes to the important topic, it starts with the error analysis. As I was repeatedly saying this point, for IN students, instrumentation student, definitely you will get one question from error analysis. Even if you want to see whether I am right or wrong, you can refer the previous 10 years of questions. Definitely you will understand that. Okay. And in error analysis, especially limiting errors as well as uncertainty analysis. Suppose if a variable is associated with the many variables, how do we find the error in cumulative error in a final variable? So that is very interesting topic. Of course, a little bit challenging also, to be frank, but every time you can expect one question from the error analysis, especially in uncertainty or limiting error concepts. And second is analog instruments. So even though it looks like a very small statement, see, I have put almost the entire syllabus of analog instruments, that is PMMC, MI means moving iron instrument, as well as electrodynamometer, wattmeter, and energy meter. So when it comes to electrical people, what I have seen is most of the time they're asking the question on moving iron or electrodynamometer. Anyway, wattmeter is very important for both electrical students as well as instrumentation students. So coming to the most important and valuable topic in the measurement, that is bridges. When I say bridges, altogether it covers both DC bridges as well as AC bridges. And even AC bridges are so much important for the GATE examination. And if you see the GATE paper, more often like between 40th question to 55th question, you will always have 1-2 marks question from the bridges, and that mostly falls in the category of Maxwell bridges or else Desartes bridges. Of course, there are so many bridges are there, and almost every bridges are going to follow the same kind of concept with a difference in the construction. So as far as the bridge concept is considered, you require to know only one single basic condition, and then you have to enhance the concept to the varieties of the bridges, and finally you can complete all bridges with a simple concept. Okay, so the next thing is yes. So these are very, very important topics, and follow to this CRO and Q meter. And CRO and Q meter are specifically too much important for instrumentation students. Even I have seen last 3-4 years of papers, and I found a lot of questions on the Q meter. And even though that was a very simple topic, unless until you go through that particular topic, you cannot master that topic, right? So that's why I sincerely suggest that go through the Q meter. And when it comes to CRO, like they will going to give a waveform on the screen, and they may ask what is the time period and frequency, and especially lithologious patterns and CRO probes, especially for instrumentation students. So these are the very, very important topics. As I was saying again, the syllabus may be less, weightage may be less, difficulty level is also less. So that's why you should never miss the subject of measurements. So the next one is, of course, my core instrumentation part. I'm very sure that most of the instrumentation students are also here. From the name, I can sense that. Okay, so coming to industrial instrumentation, especially the iron core part, you can expect at least 8 to 10 marks from this particular subject. And as I was saying, most of the students feels that the sensors and industrial instrumentation is a theoretical subject. To be honestly speaking, and to be frankly speaking, this is a very numerical subject, mathematical subject, and you really love once you put the numbers and enjoy the numbers out of the concept. Clear? And it starts with the first one. In fact, the resistive sensors is going to be the first topic. And in resistive sensors, we have to discuss. In fact, you have to study about potentiometer, RTD, as well as thermistor and strain gauge. And I have seen number of times the questions on strain gauge, and most frequent question. Probability of getting the question from resistive sensor is 100%. And if you don't get the question on resistive sensor in GATE 2023, you can directly mail me. Okay, that much confident I am, and you will definitely get the question from the resistive sensor. And the next important zone is capacitive as well as piezoelectric sensors. And out of these, majority times they will ask, question from one topic. Rarely they will ask the question from both the topics. And if you get the question from both the topics, I would say that year you are really lucky, because both the topics are very, very easy. And third is temperature measurement. Even though I have mentioned like a temperature measurement, I would like to mention this point that thermocouple is a very, 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 very important topic which you have to focus. And thermocouple is the easiest topic in the entire instrumentation. But again, the probability of asking the question is almost 100% on the temperature measurement, that is thermocouple. Next is flow measurement. Again, almost whatever the topics I have mentioned on the screen, the probability of getting the question from these topics is more than 90%. Majority times we cannot expect the GATE paper, even we cannot imagine the GATE paper without the topic on the flow measurement. So that is very important. Of course, it's a very big topic, but very important also. Yes, sir. Next one. Yes. Next, it comes the optical instrumentation. Yes, optical instrumentation, most of the students, they don't study because they feel that this is out of their choice. But when you refer the previous year papers, just 2-3 years back, or from the last 3-4 years papers, you will understand that every year they're asking 4 to 5 marks. And I must say, optical instrumentation syllabus is very, very simple. Very simple. Just only 4-5 topics are there. And if you go through those 4-5 topics, I'm sure that you will be able to answer. The first, it starts with the light sources. Like in light sources, you have to master the concepts of what is the meaning of LED, characteristics of LED, working and construction of LED, and even the lasers. Not so much deeply, but you have to go through about the basics very well. Okay. And next topic is going to be obviously transmission medium, that is optical fibers. Again, I'm saying that this is a very, very, very important and highly sensitive area for the GATE examination, that is optical fiber. Most commonly, they ask the question on the numerical aperture or maximum acceptance angle, or they may ask like a coupling efficiency, all these topics. And next topic is going to be light detectors. Whether the question may come from the light sources or not, whether the question may come from optical fibers or not. But I have been constantly observing the question on the light detectors. Only if you go through the light detector concept in the entire optical instrumentation, I am sure that you will get at least 2 marks. Okay. Suppose if you haven't prepared any topic in the entire syllabus, you have only studied light detectors, and if you go to the exam, I am very sure that you will get minimum 2 marks. Okay. So that much confident I am. And equally, Michelson interferometer also, most of the times you will face the questions on applications of Michelson interferometer. So simple concepts are there and little bit mathematical expressions are there. And if you go from the basics, then everything is smooth and everything is simple. No need to remember 100 different ways. Remember only one correct way and try to enhance that correct way to explore 100 different possibilities. Never try to aim to remember 100 different methods. Always remember the basic method and use your common sense to enhance that to 100 different ways. Clear? Yes, that's all, sir.
Okay, guys. So now this is all about all the subjects we have covered, whether it is electronics or instrumentation or EE, and the important topics have been discussed by Phanindra sir and me. And now, after knowing these important topics, what actually you have to do. So now you might be next wondering, okay, sir, these are the topics, but what should be the best source to prepare these topics? And one of the things that commonly available for you is the standard books. You can purchase them or you can have the soft copies. Okay, but there is also the class notes. So what is the best choice for a student? So see, of course, if I talk about detailed concept, standard books are very best. They give you entire concept beautifully, right? But that's the biggest advantage. But the disadvantage is, right, there are so many unnecessary things which are not relevant into GATE. See, standard books can be best Okay, but none of the standard book till date is designed for GATE. Okay, they design for the subject, they never design for the GATEs, right? So it will not contain the selective content, it will not contain the tricks, it will not contain the shortcuts to solve the approaches, right? So for a student point of view, especially now looking into GATE 23, it's just around 7 months ahead. You might not find time to refer to standard books. Yeah, if there is one or two subjects troubling you, definitely refer to standard books to have a more better knowledge of that. But on a whole, complete GATE syllabus, all topics to standard books for a student, especially in a limited time where practice is also the next step, little difficult, right? Yeah, if you're preparing for 2-3 years, then okay, this is okay. But usually students don't have that much of time, right? So whatever class you may be following, online, offline, whatever platform you be following, right, you must be having the class notes. Or even if you are a self-study student, you can borrow the class notes of some of your friend who is studying under some faculty, under some institute, because the class notes first of all will comprise of the best content. Let's say, if I talk about control system itself, there may be some content which is excellently explained in Kuo, there may be some content which is very good in Ogata. Nice, there are so many books, guys, right? How many books you can study? For you, even one book is difficult, right? So the class notes, if you are studying under an expert and experienced educator, he or she will comprise the best content mixed with his own experience, mixed with his own shortcuts, own tricks, and that will comprise your class notes. The best selective problems, the previous year problems, everything will be there in the class notes, right? So you get the better depth of the subject in relatively much lesser time. So according to my experience, my preference will be towards class notes. And if you don't have, if you're a self-study student, you can arrange through your friends. Not a very big thing, I believe, right? Okay. But then even if you are, having some class notes or borrowing the class notes, your habit should be for taking notes, right? Because once you take your own notes, then the understanding is of the next level. Okay, once you read, you understand. But once you make your own notes, especially the short notes, right? Especially short notes, I always suggest, even if you have the detailed notes, start making short notes, because that will be very helpful in the revision. And suppose you are studying network circuit theory right now, you feel that there is some concept of transient missed. Right. If you go back to the detailed notes and study that, it will take a lot of time. Right now, maybe you are studying control system. Last week or last month, you studied circuit analysis. You feel that some concept of transient is missed. ऐसा लग रहा है, थोड़ा कभी लगने लगता है preparation के बीच में. You can just take the short notes within 20-25 minutes. Your doubt will be eliminated, your problem will be solved, you can revise the entire thing. But detailed notes to revise will take a lot of time, right? So it will be a big asset, especially sometimes, for a quick revision of the subject spontaneously also. So always maintain your notes, especially the short notes also, that should be self-prepared. I have seen many times students asking me, sir, do you have your short notes? First of all, it's long back, I cannot maybe find that short notes. And even if I give you, that's of no use. Not to me. Even if you're asking short notes to your friends, then better forget the short notes. Short notes should always be self-made. If you're borrowing the short notes, that's not going to help you, because you only know yourself what formulas and what techniques are suiting your preparation best, what you have to write down, what you have to pen down. And again, I told you, you read and understand, but when you write down the same things in your own words, you get a better understanding. So if you're borrowing from someone else, the whole beauty is wasted. So self-made notes you have to follow, and rest we all know, right? Okay. So as I told you in the very beginning of the session, see, GATE is an examination prepared by IITs and IISc. Right. So without concept, if you go to practice, you may be able to solve 10-20% questions which are direct formula based. But those questions which are twisted, which are having little bit detailed concept, you cannot solve. At the same time, if you focus totally on concept, but little less on practice, there are some students like that also. Practice karne pe zyada believe nahi karte. They study the concept and they are confident, okay, I can solve it up, guys. But detailed concept without any practice, again, very less chances that you get a good all India rank in the GATE examination, because unless and until you practice, you don't get to know what mistakes you're doing, you don't get to know how much is your accuracy, you don't get to know what is your speed. Everything you have to improve in the exam, your accuracy, not only your knowledge. GATE is not only a knowledge based examination. Knowledge, timing, speed, accuracy, mistake analysis, all these you have to do the analysis, and that is why practice is very much mandatory. Yes, my EMT full course is available on the BYJU'S app under the Vision course, right? Just in the Vision course, recently only I started EMT. It's going on daily, right? Hitesh, so I don't think this is the right place to tackle your problem, but since you are here at our YouTube channel, Hitesh, definitely I will take your query and forward to our corresponding whoever may be the counselors. I will forward your query and get the best possible help for you, Hitesh. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Now, what are the source of practice if practice is required? Now, number one source of practice is standard book questions, of course, right? At least the solved questions of the standard book, right? But let me tell you guys, I've told you previously also that especially if you are a BYJU'S exam prep user, right, you will be getting the workbooks, or you might have received the workbooks, and workbooks have been designed. See, like there is a faculty team we are working especially for taking to you live classes and recorded classes. We have a dedicated content team, so many SMEs behind us preparing the content day and night, a dedicated team, and they are thoroughly researching every good standard book, taking the inspiration from them, mixing their own knowledge and preparing the workbook. So and even I have seen the workbook questions for my subjects like EMT, control, digital. I have seen, and I can, confidently stand here on this platform and say that they are best for the students, right? Because it contains 3 different levels of problem: level 1, level 2, level 3. So from easy to difficult. It contains MCQ question, NAT question, MSQ question, the new pattern of GATE. It contains everything. So in case if you're a BYJU'S exam prep user and you have received the workbooks, I don't need you think to go to the standard book question. This is totally compulsory. You can skip the standard book question, and this is going to make your practice and life simple, right? And then other than the workbook previous year question, this is a must. This is a must, right? However good in concept you may be, but you have to match your preparation with GATE, right? Sometimes we are just overconfident and we feel our concepts are strong, but when we actually go and solve the previous year GATE questions, we are lagging behind, right? If you are not able to solve previous year questions, most of them, if you're not able to solve, it will give you an understanding that whatever notes, whatever classes you're following, maybe not appropriate, maybe not matching up with the GATE preparation. But on the same time, suppose you take up 100 previous year question of a subject and you solve 80 or more than that. 80 or more than that. So that also gives you a confidence, guys. Yes, you are able to solve the previous year questions, and I suggest you can take up at least 15-20 years previous year questions, and if you are able to solve 15-20 years question, the next 21st year question, same IITs, same type of body is going to frame. So you can go in the exam hall with a confidence. I'm confident with 20 years question. I know what type of question, what level is coming. And if I'm confident with 20 years question, next year question I can handle confidently. So it will be a confidence booster. Previous year questions are very necessary. And one more good source of practice is tests, right? Now tests are different from regular practice, because regular practice you don't put any timer and all, you just keep solving the question. But test is a timer based practice, right, where there is a timer. So you know how to handle the test, and more about test, Phanindra sir, within few minutes is going to talk in more detail about this. But yeah, this is one source of practice I'm writing here, right? But how many types of tests and what you can learn from the test series, Phanindra sir is going to come out that. And also guys, from the PYQs. Also, guys, one more advantage of the PYQs. One advantage I told you, confidence booster. And one more advantage of the PYQ is it gives you the depth of the syllabus. As I told you in the beginning also, of course, we are there to help you. We have guided you with the important topics, but PYQs also give you what topics are more and more frequent and where to practice more. So the depth of the syllabus can be estimated from the PYQs in a very good manner, right? Also, guys, practice is at its own place, concept and the own place. But my question to you is, if you are giving your hard work, if you're giving your time, money, everything, that never going to come back. These 7-8 months once you spend, never going to come back, right? So my request is, if you are deciding to prepare with dedication, otherwise leave it. GATE is not an exam where thoda time pass karke pad liya, nothing you are going to achieve. It requires full dedication, right? It is not time pass approach. You are sometimes studying, then sometimes Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or some of these, whatever it may be. I don't know some of these also. But of course, things like Telegram you can keep, and WhatsApp also is acceptable to a level, because WhatsApp and Telegram will be informative also. But rest probably we don't need in these days. Can you delete these apps or disable your accounts up to February 2023? If you're a serious aspirant, think about yourself, and if you can, that's going to be a blessing to your preparation. Because unintentionally, I'm not telling intentionally, but unintentionally, these are going to kill your time, right? So if you can delete, because nothing is going to happen, if you delete, kuch nuksan nahi hone wala, I'm batata hu. Yeah, stay connected with Telegram and WhatsApp, because they will get questions, they will get information also. But rest, mostly, going to lead to time pass, waste of time. Now, as I told you, Phanindra sir is also going to talk about what type of test you have to give, how you have to attempt the quizzes, and what less messages you can learn from the quizzes. Phanindra sir, again over to you.
Thank you, Rakesh sir. I think the section is going long, but I have been seeing the enthusiasm of the students in the comment box. So let's have patience a little bit and explain clearly to everyone. First thing, Hitesh, don't worry about it. We can understand your pain. Definitely, we will take your name and your message forward to the management, and we'll try to give our best efforts to help you. So don't worry about that. And before going to the quizzes and tests, I would like to mention 2 points. That first one is making the notes or having the class notes. You must understand one fact. Everyone who is preparing for the GATE, they must understand 2 things. Faculty reads more, faculty studies more, faculty studies long compared to the students even in the GATE preparation. So maybe as a student, you can prepare control system for 2 to 3 months maximum. But as a teacher of control system, I prepare everyday control system, and I go through multiple books and I go through multiple methods. And even I know which concept was explained better way in which book. So I take all those things and concise and mix with my experience and my expertise and deliver it. So the classroom notes is concise manner of more than 5 to 6 textbooks. That's why every time I say, even if you don't have the habit of writing the class notes, you must have the class notes and go through the class notes before going to the standard textbooks. Okay. And second is, just before this slide, Rakesh sir was explaining so beautifully, like stay away from the digital platform. So I mean, like digital apps like Facebook and all these things. I would like to say, stay away from your mobile as much as you can. Okay, only for a relevant information and for important information, you can use your mobile for some time. The more you are away from your mobile, I can say you are close to all India 10th rank. Okay, so that means your performance in the GATE exam is definitely directly proportional if you are staying away from your mobile. Only use the mobile whenever it is required, not for every time. Okay, so coming to the next one, that is attempting the PYQ is with the answer. Yes, Rajshekhar, correct. So attempt quizzes and test series. So I think I can take up this slide a very better way, because as I have written the GATE exam almost more than 11 times. So the first thing is why the test is really very much important. Many of the students, they feel that they have covered everything, but they really don't know whether they can apply those concepts in the real-time exam or not. This is the first thing. And test is not actually testing your subject depth. It also checks your conceptual depth as well as confidence. More importantly, confidence. How confident you are really when you are going to the exam, while you are answering the exam. And accuracy, speed, and all these things, completely it is a package of the test series. So that's why every time I say that when you are going to attend the test series, start from very level 1 test series and answer all the questions in the level 1 test series, and then go to the medium level. And before going to the exam, at least 1 month before that, you need to go and attempt the advanced level exams also. And remember this fact, if you are able to get at least 50 to 60% of the marks in the test series, I can say definitely you will going to get better than that in the final GATE examination. Because even in BYJU'S Exam Prep or even in any test series, you will always find the questions level 1 step beyond the GATE level. Okay, so the answering test series is very important, and more importantly, how you are taking the test, that is more important, like basic level and then medium level and then advanced level. And it is always suggestible to go for the test topic wise. Suppose let us say you have taken control system, you have covered root locus completely, then take the exam on the root locus, that is called topic wise, and then only go to the next one. If you are not performing well in the topic wise exam, it's better to revise the topic and confirm that yes, you are able to answer in that particular topic, then only go to the next topic. Because GATE is all about not like how much you know, it is about how well you know. Clear? So next. Well, the most important slide is like a self-appreciation. Okay, so it happens many times in the preparation. Even multiple students, many students, they call me and they ask several times, right, sir, I'm not able to do very well in the exam. I'm not able to do, I am not able to score good marks, and my friends are scoring so much. I have seen number of students like that, and I have even heard many times like these statements. Ultimately, when you are moving with the consistency and commitment, I'm very sure that every day you can see your own progress and you will love your journey. And finally, on the day of exam or on the day of result, you will really understand how much effort you have put beside the screens. Clear? So that's very important. You have to motivate yourself. You need to go for your self appreciation and never get demotivated throughout the journey, because you have to love what you are doing. Then naturally demotivation is not at all a factor. And why do we really require the test? As I said already, like, you need to understand where you are doing the mistakes and to get the confidence. All these things are, separate. But to be very precise, first of all, whether you have covered all the concepts or not. This is the first point you need to understand. Second thing is how much you have learned, whether is it relevant to the GATE examination or not. Because everybody might have studied control system in their graduation. But as far as the GATE exam is considered, how much you have learned, whether you have learned it correctly or not. So all these things you can understand only when you attempt the test series. So that, and you will also come to know which topics you have missed and which topics you have to go through once again. Correct? And then is formulas missed, forgotten. That's what I told you already, right? So calculation error. This is what I would like to say. To be very frank with you, every year I used to write the exam just to check my abilities with the present students. I love to write the exam and I want to feel the environment and atmosphere of the examination hall. Even now, I do multiple mistakes. To be honest with you, I do multiple calculation errors. Okay. So anyway, nothing will happen to me. But as a student who prepared last 1 year, if you just do a small error in any question, instead of going to IIT, you will go to NIT and your life will completely change. And the track of your life will going to change. I always say this point. A 2 marks question can change your fate from PSU to TCS. Okay, so be very careful while you are answering the questions and check again and again whether your accuracy is good or not. And most important thing is silly mistakes. And you, at the end of the exam, after finishing the exam, if you just go to any examination center and if you speak with the, some students, they always say that, oh my God, I missed this question. I missed, oh, this is very easy. I have done a silly mistake. See, when you say this, somebody may, going to console you, but ultimately you will not receive anything. Your 1 year hard work may be wasted because of 2 to 3 silly mistakes. That's why you should be very conscious and very specific about your preparation. As sir was saying, GATE is only for the sincere aspirants. It is not like you can come here and prepare for 2-3 months and you can get some rank. That is definitely not possible. You have to be very sincere and avoid all the silly mistakes and calculation errors. And that comes only by writing multiple tests at multiple times. Okay, that's all about this. Yes, timely completion of syllabus. I would like to mention this point because different students, they afford a different amount of the time. Ultimately, I don't want to say what is the duration of the time you have to prepare per day, because that is very subjective and that depends on your background and that depends on your situation. But my suggestion is, before going to the complete preparation, first of all, take the syllabus and look at the weightage and try to aim for 60 marks first. Whether you might be an electrical person or a ECE background or instrumentation background, try to aim for 60 marks and try to cover that 60 marks syllabus. If you have time after completing the preparation as well as the test series, then only go for the next level. In case if you have more time, then try to cover the entire syllabus within the time and then go for the test series. And the best thing is, when you are doing any test series or any revision throughout your preparation, you have to give maximum amount of the time to the subjects which contributes more amount of weightage in the total weightage. Suppose, for example, mathematics, you might not like mathematics, but it doesn't mean that you don't like the mathematics, so you don't want to prepare for that. Mathematics contributes 15% of the overall weightage, so you have to complete that first. And then only you have to start another subject. If you make it in this way, even though there is a very less time, you will be able to cover more number of marks and you will be able to cover more number of weightage based subjects. Clear? And revision is the key. So I would like to say, like, a revision is the climax of your preparation. When you go to watch any movie, without watching the climax, you will not come out of the theater, isn't it? So even though the movie was taken so well, if the climax is not good, ultimately you will not be able to enjoy, isn't it? So the revision is also a similar way. And more importantly, the more and more you revise, the less silly mistakes you will do. And very important thing is, during the GATE exam, several times, because in that 3 hours of time, because of heavy pressure, naturally you will be able to forget some formulas. There might be many situations like if your formula is like x by y, you will get a confusion like whether this is x by y or y by x. So to avoid this kind of all possible, errors in the examination time, you must go through the revision. Revision not only helps you to avoid the error, it will also increases your self-confidence. The more and more times you revise that, the more things will go to your mind and subconscious, state of mind. That will be the easiest thing you can do. And without doing the revision, if you go to the exam, then you will really face a lot of difficulty while you are delivering in the exam. Yes. Right. So I think that this is the time for Rakesh sir.
Yes. So I think, guys, the only message that we wanted to give here is that many students keep working hard, but yet not successful. I believe you are also going to work hard, but you want results. You are working hard to get results. You follow these sessions to get results, and few students come up with the outshining results because lakhs of aspirants appear in the exam. But if you count under 100, it can be only few, it's limited under 100. So the only difference is maintaining the proper strategy, focusing on important areas, focusing on test series, timely completion of syllabus, importance of revision. Without revision, without the climax, you cannot achieve, you may forget most of the things and whole of your preparation can get wasted if revision is not there. So even if you miss it many of the things, some students don't focus on test series. Some students miss out on the revision part. Right. Some students are not clear when to complete the syllabus. Some don't know from where to practice. So if you miss out on any of the parts, probably you cannot come into these few. Right. So the intent of this session was, bringing all of you from this many category to the few category. We want you to see with the trophies and outshining results, and we just hope, we pray you are one of those students, so that next year when GATE 23 results are out, we call you here at our Noida office and we have live one-to-one interview here, and you will be one of the YouTube face in the upcoming time, right? And also one last thing, guys, whatever subject you are studying, whatever your strategy may be, right, whatever your timetable may be, always enjoy your journey. See, guys, when I started my GATE preparation at the beginning, I think everybody's preparation will be a little casual because we don't know what's going to happen. But trust me, guys, around just 1 month after I started preparation, I started loving it, what I was preparing. Right. I just started enjoying. Okay, yeah, this is so fun. And because I started enjoying, I started loving. Right. I never felt it as a burden. At the end of the day, when I'm going to sleep, I'm always waiting for the next day. Let the next morning come very quickly so that next subject, next sort of questions, I'm ready and enthusiastically waiting for it. Otherwise, what students will feel, oh, it's been tiresome day. Today, again, I have to wake up. Now, next subject, EDC. It's looking, everything what is looking is a burden. And when it looks burden, we are not that highly motivated. And of course, the understanding of the subject, psychologically, it plays a role here. So always enjoy your journey, because if you enjoy the journey, the destination will be sweet. If you don't enjoy, right, you may stop your journey in between and you can never achieve the destination. Enjoy जो करता है ना, वो end तक पहुंचता है. Simple सी बात है, right? And do good ending, right? So that's it from my side. Phanindra sir, anything from your side?
Fine. I think we almost reached to more than 1 hour 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Just I want to tell 2-3 lines and close the session. See, for everyone who is there on the live, many students are having the patience. More than that, we need to have the patience. Last 2 lines I want to say that GATE is like a 50-over match. You all might be very clear about the cricket match, right? Many of you are so good at cricket. So it is a 50-over match. When you start the innings, probably you don't know the result. And you don't know anything. What kind of balls will come, bouncers may come, like a full toss balls may come, many different varieties of balls will come. But the only thing is, during the preparation, after first 10 hours, then you will really understand what to do, how to move the innings, isn't it? And in the middle of the innings, you may get frustration, you may get demotivated, your patience may lose. But trust me, those people who stay till the end of the innings, and I have seen multiple times, they will come up with the flying colors. So it all matters how consistent you are, how committed you are, and how confident you are till the end. So be there till the end with the patience. I'm very sure all of you can get the success. As Sir said, if you get top rank, you will be called to the Noida office. And if you settle well in your life, like, government sector jobs or, scientists, then you will be called to Bangalore. Okay. So thank you. Thank you very much, Rakesh sir. And thank you very much to every one of you. I wish all the best and get success in your life.
Yes. So guys, a quick reminder before we close off and give our final words that this coming Sunday, that is 26 June, 11 a.m., a big opportunity for you. You can avail up to 90% scholarship on the GATE preparation courses offered by BYJU'S Exam Prep. So if you are one of them interested in joining the GATE preparation program, but need financial assistance, so prove yourself and get the best possible fee structures for you. Register now on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app, which is available on the Google Play Store. Also, as I told you that I will be updating you about the time. Last Sunday, we started this initiative. Let's make the Sunday fun day. A small portion of Sunday, let's, spend on this aptitude. It's a practice dose for you every Sunday. This Sunday, the timing is 1 p.m. and the topics will be percentage and related topics of the percentage will be covered starting 1 p.m. this Sunday. That is again 26th of June. Okay. Sunday, the 26th of June. And also your favorite Sanjay Rathi sir is bringing you a special session, right? IIT Kanpur, and we'll, not regularly, but periodically we have decided that we'll keep bringing you the sessions related to IIT Kanpur, because IIT Kanpur is going to host the GATE 23 examination. So if you look into the history, 2015, 2007, 2001, etc., whenever IIT Kanpur conducted the GATE examination, what was the level of network theory? And not only what was the level, sir is going to take all the questions which were asked by IIT Kanpur in the previous IIT Kanpur years, and he's going to discuss those questions so that you get what type of question, what is the level of those questions, and how to approach those questions. So this special session is on Saturday. This special session is on Saturday at 11 p.m. Do not forget to join live on the same channel where you're watching this session with Sanjay Rathi, sir. Network theory questions, and network theory, as you know, is common for ECE, EE, and IN. All students. So that's it, guys. Do not forget to subscribe our channel to get regular updates about all the sessions. To get the regular updates and notifications about all the channel, do not forget to subscribe, stay connected to us, and stay learned without any missing of the session. So it's around the time is going to clock 1 hour 20 minutes, and patiently many of the students, some students have dropped also. It's very natural. Same thing happens in the GATE. Many will fill the form, but only few are funneled out to the end. So those who are funneled out to the end, nothing to worry. I think it's a regular pattern of the toppers. So yeah, my best wishes to you. Hopefully the same pattern is there in the GATE, but we want most of you to survive till the GATE examination. Many students begin up very enthusiastically, then they drop down. Many students are very slow, then last 2 months they're very excited. That also will not give you results. Results will be only achieved when you're consistent. Small steps will lead you to the success, and just keep on enjoying the journey as we told. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Phanindra sir, for joining us and providing the valuable information. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all, guys. Thank you, Rakesh sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, and all the very best for your GATE examination.
Thank you.